Anthony Giddens' Modernity and Self-Identity, Self and Society in the Late Modern Age, 1991, is a seminal sociological work exploring how modernity transforms individuals' sense of self and their relationships with society. In this book, Giddens examines the complex interplay between individual agency and structural forces in shaping self-identity amid the uncertainty and dynamism of late modernity. His analysis delves into the profound social and cultural changes brought about by globalization, technological advancements, and shifting power structures, ultimately highlighting the reflexive nature of identity construction in contemporary society. Modernity and its consequences. Giddens defines modernity as a historical period characterized by rapid social, economic, and technological transformations. Unlike earlier periods, late modernity is marked by an unparalleled pace of change and the global interconnectivity of social systems. For Giddens, these changes have profound consequences for individuals, as traditional reference points, such as religion, local community, and family structures, lose their unquestioned authority. One of Giddens' key arguments is that modernity creates both opportunities and anxieties. While individuals have more freedom to shape their identities, they must also confront uncertainty and risk. The erosion of tradition means that identity is no longer ascribed but must be actively constructed through choices and actions. This shift is central to Giddens' notion of reflexivity, a key theme throughout the book. Reflexivity and the self. Reflexivity, according to Giddens, refers to the ongoing process of self-examination and self-construction in response to an ever-changing social environment. In traditional societies, identity was largely fixed by birth, class, and local customs. However, in late modernity, individuals must constantly monitor and revise their life narratives. This reflexive project of the self requires individuals to engage in what Giddens calls self-actualization. This involves constructing a coherent yet flexible biographical narrative. Individuals are tasked with finding meaning, purpose, and direction in their lives without relying on preordained scripts. This autonomy, while liberating, also brings significant psychological burdens, as individuals are held responsible for their choices and outcomes. Giddens also discusses how expert systems and abstract knowledge shape self-identity. Individuals often rely on institutional knowledge and expert advice in navigating key aspects of their lives, ranging from health and relationships to career planning. This reliance creates a tension between personal agency and institutional authority, as individuals must balance their own desires with externally validated frameworks. Risk, trust, and anxiety. The modern world is characterized by heightened perceptions of risk. Giddens argues that late modern societies are risk societies, where individuals must constantly assess and manage risks in areas such as health, security, and finance. These risks are not merely physical, but also existential, as individuals fear losing their sense of self or failing to achieve a meaningful life. Trust becomes a central mechanism for managing these risks. Giddens distinguishes between face-to-face trust, which emerges from direct interpersonal relationships, and faceless commitments, which are rooted in trust in institutions and abstract systems. In late modernity, individuals must rely heavily on faceless commitments, trusting in experts, technology, and global systems to maintain stability in their lives. However, this reliance on abstract systems can generate anxiety. Individuals are aware that systems can fail, and the consequences of such failures can be catastrophic. As a result, existential questions about security, authenticity, and meaning become central to the reflexive project of self-identity. Lifestyle and identity. In Modernity and Self-Identity, Giddens highlights the role of lifestyle choices in shaping self-identity. In late modernity, identity is increasingly expressed through consumption patterns, personal style, and lifestyle affiliations. Individuals construct their identities through choices about what to wear, what to eat, where to travel, and how to present themselves on social media platforms. Lifestyle is not just about consumption, but also about self-expression and meaning-making. Giddens argues that in a world of fragmented cultural narratives, individuals use lifestyle choices to construct a sense of continuity and coherence in their self-narratives. However, this emphasis on choice also creates a paradox. The abundance of options can lead to decision fatigue and anxiety about making the right choices. Furthermore, Giddens emphasizes the role of intimate relationships in self-identity. In late modernity, relationships are increasingly based on what he calls the pure relationship, a connection founded on emotional satisfaction and mutual self-disclosure rather than external pressures or obligations. While this model allows for greater emotional intimacy and equality, it also introduces fragility, as relationships are no longer anchored by traditional norms. The role of globalization is another key theme in Giddens' analysis. In late modernity, local and global forces are deeply intertwined, a phenomenon he refers to as time-space distanciation. Social interactions are no longer confined to local contexts, but are shaped by global systems and distant events. This globalization of social life has significant implications for identity. Individuals must navigate a world where cultural and social norms are constantly in flux, shaped by distant influences and global media narratives. This creates both opportunities and challenges for identity construction, as individuals must reconcile local traditions with global forces. Identity in the context of late modernity. For Giddens, identity is not a fixed essence, but an ongoing project. Individuals must engage in constant self-reflection and narrative reconstruction to maintain a coherent sense of self. This process is deeply intertwined with social structures, as identity is shaped by cultural narratives, institutional frameworks, and power dynamics. The self in late modernity is therefore inherently precarious, caught between freedom and anxiety, choice and uncertainty, autonomy and institutional control. Giddens suggests that individuals must actively cultivate ontological security, a stable sense of self grounded in trust, routine, and meaningful relationships. Critiques and legacy. Giddens' work has been both influential and controversial. Critics argue that his emphasis on individual agency downplays structural inequalities and systemic barriers. For example, not everyone has equal access to the resources required for self-actualization, and socioeconomic factors can continue to shape opportunities for identity construction. Nonetheless, Modernity and Self-Identity remains a foundational text in sociology, cultural studies, and psychology. It offers profound insights into the dilemmas of modern life, highlighting both the opportunities and challenges of living in a world characterized by rapid change and uncertainty. In Modernity and Self-Identity, Self and Society in the Late Modern Age, Anthony Giddens provides a compelling analysis of how late modernity reshapes identity, relationships, and social structures. Through concepts such as reflexivity, risk, trust, and lifestyle, Giddens paints a nuanced picture of the contemporary individual navigating the complexities of a globalized world. His work underscores the importance of self-awareness, resilience, and meaningful connections in maintaining a stable sense of self amid the uncertainties of late modernity. This book remains essential reading for understanding the sociological dimensions of modern identity and continues to resonate in an era where questions of selfhood and meaning are more pressing than ever.